I don't really know where to begin here. This is a new channel. I have another channel, but we're branching out here. But my name is Ron. I have a channel called Madlittlepixel where I focus on video games, retro gaming, emulating, new games, all sorts of stuff, news. It's been a lot of fun. I'm continuing that channel for sure. It's been around for a lot of years now, and it's been successful. But I thought it was time to branch out and create another channel that has to do with other hobbies of mine that I'm really, passionate about and I've enjoyed for many, many years. Tabletop gaming, trading card games, role-playing games, just tons of different stuff. But one thing I've really enjoyed, especially since the early 90s, has been Warhammer. I remember a friend of mine going over his house and seeing his older brother at the time painting these little tiny figures, these miniatures. They were Warhammer fantasy figures, and I was amazed. I've always loved fantasy, sci-fi, and after I saw that, I was like, how do I get into that? Where do I go? Started going to hobby stores and just got into it. It's been a hobby I've been off and on, into over the years, but here we go. No better time than to, check out Leviathan. Just released today, Warhammer 40k, and that's what I guess my first video is going to be. We're going to open this thing up. But there's tons of games that I've been into, Hero Quest, play Hero Quest quite often. I've painted a bunch of those minis as well. I'm no expert with mini painting, maybe having this channel and doing some painting and stuff. Maybe I'll get better, but for me, it's always just been a thing like, hey, let me get these things done, painted to the best of my ability and, use them, have them on display, play with them, that kind of thing. And I think I've made some progress, it is what it is. But here we go. Maybe I'll do videos, painting, showing some of my quick techniques, painting a Space Marine in 2 to 3 minutes type of thing. I don't know, but here's Leviathan, 10th edition Warhammer 40k. We got a ton of miniatures in here. 72 Tyranids and Space Marines plus the core rulebook. That also has, I think, a campaign in there as well. But let's get into this thing. So, yeah, I've been excited. In this video, we're going to just check out the contents of this. And I'll paint probably a Space Marine and a Tyranid. And we'll showcase that at the end. I'll pick a couple here as we go through this box. And, just paint them up and show them at the end, I guess. But, man, this thing is heavy. There's a little insert there. Tyranid Space Marine, nice. Not really anything I would hang up. Usually this stuff's in here to protect like the packaging and the book and whatnot, right? But a ton of plastic here, a ton of plastic. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff here. So let's get this out and get to the bottom there. I think, yes, these are all like push fit, which my experience, I haven't really cared about push fit too much. It's, newbie friendly, I guess, but sometimes I find where if you don't really trim certain things like the push fit, like it's very hard to get it very extremely flush. So usually I'll trim it down a little bit, and I still glue them even if they're push fit. They still get glued. But these things, there's so much plastic, and that's my least favorite part of this hobby is this part, going through everything, finding all the pieces I need. Especially something like this, 72 miniatures. There's so many sprues here. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. So I'll pick a couple once we get to the books and whatnot. I'll pick a couple and clip them and put them together real quick. Too many damn sprues. I don't even think I'd be able to get these back in there and close the box. My God. Okay, so there's that. Still very heavy because the book is in there. It's a thick book. All right, so another little sleeve there, cardboard to protect the contents. Oh, the book is not wrapped in plastic. Okay, take a look at that in a second. Why is the bases, a bunch of the bases are just like loose. Normally they're bagged up. And what was this? Save the world or consume it. Play a game with your Leviathan box set, report your results, and help decide the fate of a pivotal Imperial planet. Plus chance to win every new Tyranid or Space Marine for the rest of the year. Okay, interesting. You have your decals. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've got some cards here too. And some tokens. Different deployments. So a little change of angle, and moving on to the two books that came in this box set. We got the Leviathan big boy book here with the core rules and campaign full of fluff. And then we have our little flippy floppy instruction manual for putting all your miniatures together. Pretty simple to follow stuff, especially because I don't think anything here is really has options. It's all monopose. Just follow the directions. Find the proper sprue, gives you all the letters and numbers, look for them, and put them together, get them primed up and painted. So a lot of cool stuff in there to look at, and while you're following the instructions, right? But this book, this is what I was really interested in with this box set, because usually when they do these like limited boxes, you'll get like a special edition book that's not available anywhere else, and that's what this is. So it has the core rules, the crusade stuff, the campaign, the tyrannic war, the narrative play stuff, and tons of fluff, I'm sure. Haven't looked through this thing yet, but there's going to be tons of lore, like showcases of miniatures that have been painted, and little, just tons of little information here. But a good majority of it's going to be fluff. If all you care about is the rules, I think it's probably not even going to be half of the book. Yeah, core rules starts all the way over here. I don't know what page that is, but yeah. About like a little more than halfway through is the core rules, which you can, download the core rule set. And then they did put up pre-orders for the other version of the book, which comes out, I believe, in a week. And then the Tyrannic War and all those campaigns and stuff, I think, is toward the end of the book here. And they have a separate book for that as well, right? So if you got the Leviathan set, you got all that all in one. So that's pretty cool. And that's why I liked the idea of getting this set here and getting this book. There's so much to look at. Holy crap. But I'm going to go ahead and go through this guy right here. Find a couple miniatures, select them, and we'll put them together and paint them. So I'm going to go through that off camera real quick. We'll be right back. Okay, so I picked a couple miniatures I'm going to paint for this video here. And looking for the sprues, you have to match them up. I wish, and I know they've done it before, like, because it'll be like, oh, you need a B, B2 or whatever, C3. They didn't print like the letters on these sprues. So you got to go to like this contents page and match them up to figure out which, what's what, if you don't want to be like searching through every sprue. So kind of wish there was something printed here. I'm not seeing it. And I've seen them do that before where they print the letter. Unless I'm missing something, but hey, matched it up there. So we're going to do a one of these Infernus squad dudes, the Space Marines, and then just a simple little Neurogaunt for the Tyranids here. So I'm going to find those pieces and get them going here, right? So there we go. Just a real quick paint job. This guy I just finished a few minutes ago, so it's not even completely dry yet. I'm actually fairly happy with the way this guy turned out. I'm no professional. I haven't studied color theory or anything like that. It's just like, I think I want it to be purple or, whatever color. And just start slapping some paints down and going at it, So there's him. I mean, I haven't done the bases, obviously, and there's probably a few little details that I missed there, but I think he looks pretty good. Pretty good for a very fast paint job. If I had all of them put together, it wouldn't have taken much longer to get all of them painted because, I'd just go step by step. Okay, this coat on everything and then move on. And, because, these I stop for a minute or two here and there to let certain things dry. The Space Marine, I spent less time on the Tyrannid than I did on him, but I think I'm happier with the way he turned out. I kind of messed up on a few things. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Definitely going to go back and touch up some details here and there. A little Blood Angel. He's looking all right, but if that's all you want is like, hey, let me get some paint on there, have him look halfway decent and play the game, it doesn't take that long and you don't really have to be that experienced. You kind of get a little better over time, for sure. I'm not just slapping down thick paint like I did when I was a kid type of thing. But yeah, this was just a quick paint job just to kind of, get into this Leviathan box set, which I'm really impressed with. For the money, I know, there's a lot of criticisms on the price on these, products from Games Workshop, but I think there's a lot of value in that box. The book is freaking awesome. Tons of miniatures in there. Play Combat Patrol. That's pretty sweet. So going to be digging into that. My kids play. My kids, my two boys, oldest son's in the Tyranids, the other's into Blood Angels. So I actually have another box coming. I'm going to have them paint up their own stuff. I'm not going to paint anything for them. Figured, hey, I'll have this one to kind of mess around with. But there you go. Yeah, my new channel here, we're going to be doing a variety of content. Different things. If you have ideas, throw them down below. Really do appreciate every single one of you guys watching today. This was fun, man. This was fun. Bye.